Since 1985, only one player has led back-to-back PBA national tournaments. This man, Walter Ray Williams, Jr.
All right. I'm bowling great. I'm going to do it this time.
Welcome to active West Town Square Lanes in Riverside, California for the championship round finals of the $130,000 Kessler Classic. And now let's meet tonight's finalists. In the opening match, it's 32-year-old Sam Macarone out of Glassboro, New Jersey. He'll be meeting right-hander Dave Arnold of Campbell, California, both players seeking their first career PBA championships. The survivor of that opening game will then take on the current Firestone Tournament of Champions champion, Mark Williams. And for the second straight year, Mark Baker out of nearby Garden Grove, California, has qualified to the number 2 position, while old Deadeye Walter Ray Williams Jr. has, for the second consecutive week, bowled his way to the top seed position. Hi, everybody. I'm Denny Schreiner, and welcome to Riverside, California. Working with me once again is PBA Hall of Famer Mike Durbin. And before we get down to the business at hand, Mike has a personal note.
I sure do, Denny. This is my 25th wedding anniversary, and here I am in Riverside, California. My wife is in Chagrin Falls, Ohio. So all I can do, we can't be together, is say, happy anniversary, honey, and I love you.
Well, I know you're a Hall of Famer, and she deserves to be a Hall of Famer for putting up with you traveling all those years. All right, let's get down now to the brass tacks. Walter Ray Williams Jr. on top of the stack for the second consecutive week. But, Michael, he's struggled from the top seed position. 0 for 4 from there, only averaging 194. Can he win here tonight?
Well, I think the answer to that question, Denny, is a definite yes. If you remember, last year, Brian Voss was 0 for 6 from the top seed when he came into this very tournament here in Riverside, and he defeated Amuleto Monticelli and won from the top spot. Walter Ray says that he's going to do it this time, and I believe you.
Walter Ray Williams Jr., a very determined player. He'll try and win the championship here this evening. But before we get to him, a couple of talented players will meet in the opening games.
My dad, he worked double shifts on the assembly line. My mom raised 10 kids and worked nights. They did it to give our family a better life. And Rent-A-Center knows you work hard to do the same for yours. That's why they make it easy to get the things you really want for your family. They don't check your credit. You don't even need credit. And their 100% satisfaction guarantee makes it all worry-free. You want to give your family the best, and Rent-A-Center's there to make sure you always can.
I did actually look at a couple other sites, but they kind of seemed like a digital version of a bar.
It just didn't seem to be really effective.
Other dating sites just give you a picture and a paragraph. At eHarmony, we match you with pre-screened singles based on 29 dimensions of compatibility, proven to be the foundation for happy, long-term relationships.
It didn't seem as shallow like some of the other websites.
That was the beautiful thing about eHarmony, that you can go much deeper.
Experience the eHarmony difference for yourself. Review all your matches for free at eHarmony.com.
Sometimes in a tournament, you're going to get low on chips. Got to push them all in to stay alive. And then, you wait. Are you ready for tournament poker? At the world's largest poker site, PokerStars.net.
His hometown's not on any big map, but it's where he's from. It's where he learned. You don't need one more to go one better. For every king, a limit. For every king, a crown. Crown Royal. Please drink responsibly.
Closed captioning for selected programming is brought to you by Skechers.
You guys look familiar.
It's our shoes! Our Skechers!
Yeah, that's it. Like those silly commercials on television.
Yeah, we get that all the time. No, that's not us.
Then get lost.
Welcome back to Riverside, California. Opening match winner there, Sam Macarone, with a 214-185 victory over Dave Arnold. Arnold with a charge in the 10th, but it wasn't quite enough.
Well, Sam had 7 strikes to only 3 for Arnold and bowled a better game. He deserved to win, Dan.
Game number 2, Mark Williams on your left and Sam Macarone. So Macarone will start, I believe, on the left-hand lane. 7 strikes in that opening game, but as we've already mentioned, Mark Williams is a terror on television, especially from the number 3 position.
He's won 4 times from the number 3 position, twice from the number 1 position, and he's in that number 3 position, his favorite spot tonight. Sam's throwing the ball real well right now, Dan. If he can keep up that momentum, he can give Williams here a go run for his money.
Mark Williams really developing into one of the finest players, certainly a top 10 player right now in the world.
Oh, what a pretty release he's got.
Opening offering, a strike on the right-hand lane. Told me he had a couple of different shots. He could either go a little straighter with it around the 8 board or 9 board, or get inside a little bit and maybe swing 13. He said he was going to wait and see what happens and get a little feel during the practice session.
Looks like he's opted for the second alternative that you were talking there. It looked like he threw that first shot left to the second arrow. Ooh, he doesn't leave a lot of weak 10s. He's got such a rolling ball. Switches balls for the spare.
It looks so effortless, and the ball comes off his hand rolling. You know what I mean? It doesn't really, it never really skid roll hooks. You know what I mean? It just seems like it's rolling all the time.
And did you see the way he threw that spare?
Yeah.
He threw virtually a backup ball at that spare.
It was very straight with the spare attempts.
He has a real control of his hand release. He can throw it straight, he can hook it, he can back it up, he can do a lot of different things. Very talented player. Macaron has had good success on lane 46.
Well, Sam's a very animated player, and when he gets it going, you normally won't find him standing in any one spot for too long.
Sam, a little side view here, pushes that ball out into the free swing. Now it's into a gravity pendulum swing right now. A little bit early, hits the top of the backswing. See how the wrist is broken there. Now he straightens it out, coming through a nice long slide, and tries to lift right here with the fingers. When he gets that thumb out clean, it's good. But look at how far the ball goes out of the lane, Dan.
Forget the heads. He's already over. Needs a little help from the 5. Doesn't quite reach the 7, so it's double and 9 count for Sam Macaron.
But he's got the ball in the 1-3 on a steady basis, and you do that, you're going to get a few strikes here and there.
He's got the good reaction, and he knows it.
Yes, he does. Hard and straight at the 7-pin. You know, as pretty as Mark Williams' hand release is, I think his biggest asset, though, Dan, is just his reaction to pressure. Pressure brings out the best in him. He performs better under it than he does other times. Ooh, is that ball alive?
Well, you talk about pressure, and really the key to, I think, a successful career on the PBA Tour is being able to bowl on television in the championship round, taking advantage of the appearance when you get there. And coming into this one tonight, Williams is 23-10 on national television, and that winning percentage is outstanding.
You know you got to bowl a great game to beat him.
Yeah, he's applying pressure by virtue of the fact that they know he's gonna shoot a big game. And this is Macaron's shot in the 5th. And a good one. He left a weak 10 on lane 46 in the 4th and spared, but that was an excellent shot.
He's had the ball right in the pocket all 5 shots. Williams has been in there all 4. As I was commenting to you in the break here, that if I were bowling Williams, I wouldn't watch him bowl at all, because the ball is intimidating. It just is alive. Just like that, boy. That's the way he was throwing them in practice, folks. Watch this release. Hand right behind the ball here now. Swing kind of bounces out at the top. And now watch him come through. Eyes on target there. Look at that eye, the head. And the release here. The thumb is out now, and the fingers just roll right up alongside of that ball. Not much turn. Look at that follow through right behind his ear there. Just perfect.
Trying to to extend the lead a little bit. That one he set a little short and leaves the baby split, so it's the first errant shot really for Mark Williams, and it comes on the left-hand lane.
He is human then, huh?
He didn't make many.
Let's see. I think he is going to try and throw it straight at the spare and not hook it at the spare. This kind of backup shot that he throws at the spares of this kind. He did. Boy, that's talent, Denny. That is really talent.
Sam Macarone trailing by 10. Sam has earned nearly $200,000 in the 8 years that he's been playing professionally. Real steady player.
It's a big shot for him, and he knows it. You can see it in the eyes. Has to get it there. Oh, see, you just didn't get the lift he wanted, and that 6-pin would knock out the 10. Sometimes those pins will tell you exactly how that ball came off your hand, and it did then. See, watch the second from the right. 6-pin second from the right. Goes to the channel, tries to come up and get the 10, but there wasn't enough life in that ball caused by the hand release.
Let me ask you this. He leaves the half 10 on that lane the previous shot. What kind of an adjustment would he have made on that shot, do you think?
He's trying to get a better, cleaner release with heavier fingers.
Okay. You wouldn't move with your feet or anything like that? You wouldn't change your...
You could, but
Okay.
but the thought goes through your mind, if I move, I'm going to go high. I've just got to make a better shot.
Yeah, crisper shot, get a little better roll. Good match here. Macarone defeated Dave Arnold 214 to 185 in the opening game.
Has to hurry. And did. Got that right shaker.
Well, he needed a little help, and he got it. And Sam Macarone, with a smile on his face, will sit down. But that man's pretty doggone serious, Mr. Mark Williams. He'll be right back.
Your pizza delivery guy. Well, come on in, man. What you waiting on?
Mouth-watering toppings, fresh baked pizzeria taste.
I like to think I deliver more than just pizza.
For fresh delivery taste without the delivery price, it's DiGiorno.
Monday, the day you begin to think, this is the worst job I've ever had. Second worst. It's the day you ask, is this job the best use of my God-given talents? But with Monday comes Monday Night Football on ESPN, which will have you asking, would Hank consider my friends rowdy?
Game's on, boys. I hereby cast a level 2 charm spell.
So no matter how many damage points you suffer on Monday, come Monday night, you'll be ready to party.
In the midst of another wild season full of upsets and last-second drama, what will happen next? Saturday Night Football on ABC. Oklahoma, Miami, or USC Cal. Saturday at 8 Eastern. College football lives here.
The chase continues at Kansas. Sunday at 1 Eastern on ABC.
My name is Jeff Chelios, and today I didn't die. That's not so bad.
They gave you an artificial heart? You got 1 hour. Keep your body electrically charged.
He's charged up, and we'll stop at nothing. You're gonna tell me exactly who's got what heart? To keep his heart on. Jason Statham, Amy Smart. Your associates have taken something of value and intend to get it back. Drake, high voltage.
Those things aren't designed for strenuous activity.
Tell me about it.
Homeowners, if you're ready to refinance, Bank of America can help you find the loan that's right for you. Call us today to take advantage of our low fixed rates. You could lower your mortgage payment and save money every month. Plus, get the stability of a predictable payment you know won't change. It's part of our commitment to successful home ownership. Bank of America Home Loans. Refinance with a low fixed rate. Visit us online or call 1-800-641-7738.
Well, there you see Mark Williams shot in the 8th frame. He struck in the 7th, but here's mistake number 2 on the left-hand lane.
He's playing further out on this left lane than the right lane. He got it in about the 9th or 10th board. The ball goes high. He's going to give the shot a run. The 6, 7, 10. He's got to hit the 6-pin on the right and slide it over in the 7. He's going to try for it. Didn't get it. We got a real tight match now, Dan. Macaron up by 2 pins and can really put the hammer to Mark Williams right now with a strike in the 8th and 1 in the 9th.
We were kidding Sam prior to the telecast this evening that he is the senior citizen on the telecast tonight at the tender age of 32.
Let's see how he responds to this pressure pack situation right now. Oh, his best shot of the game. That's really character building right there.
He got all of that one.
He got out of this ball cleaner with heavier fingers, just like we were talking about. Right over that 9th board, just dead flush, and he knew he'd thrown it well. He says, yeah.
When the pros go down on one knee, they're asking for the strike.
Up by 12, can make it 22 with one more here. It's there. Oh, pretty shots. Sam Macaron may be coming of age, even at age 32, as a professional bowler tonight. Another pressure pack shot, and he threw it perfect. Mark Williams now has to strike out, Denny.
Could shoot 226 if he would throw the 4-bagger, and he needs it bad. Right-hand lane's been a good one for him. Uh-oh, half-hit pocket. And the 10-pin stands.
Left lane just gave him trouble in the 6th frame and 8th frame, back-to-back splits, baby splits, 6, 7, 10. Had the ball in the pocket on this right lane every shot.
Well, you have to figure Williams to be the favorite coming into this one, but Macaron, as you mentioned, taking full advantage, and he's working on the turkey.
Right now, it's the old situation that Williams must strike out in the 10th for 216 to force Macaron to mark, and that's a bad place to be.
This one he gives a little more room and leaves the ringing 10.
And that basically is it. Macaron just has to keep it on the lane and decent count in the 10th frame, stay behind the foul line, and he's going to be a winner. Go on to face Mark Baker.
Yep, and on top of the stack, Walter Ray Williams Jr. So two tough ones out of the way, but my goodness, a couple of giants waiting in the wings.
They're not getting any easier for him, are they?
No. But it's amazing what happens to that confidence. So Williams, obviously disappointed with the performance, shoots 204, and other than a couple of errant shots on the left-hand lane, he could have provided some problems for Sam Macaron.
Macaron, though, has had every ball in the pocket, bowled a very professional game. He says, I don't care now. Doesn't matter. The swishing 7. That's enough right there. He's a winner.
The 60s were all about freedom. And now in my 60s, they are again.
Grandpa, are we there yet?
I have the freedom to do what I want and go where I want.
Grandma, come on!
Freedom is what I like about my Medicare supplement insurance. I can see the doctor I want, where I want, anywhere in the country.
Now your 60s can be a time of freedom again with AARP Medicare supplement insurance plans insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Because any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare will accept AARP Medicare supplement insurance anywhere in the U.S.
The freedom to do my own thing without worrying about which doctor I can see.
Medicare covers only about 80% of your Part B health care costs. The rest has to come out of your pocket. But with an AARP Medicare supplement insurance plan, you could save up to thousands of dollars because it helps cover some of the out-of-pocket expenses Medicare doesn't. And only these Medicare supplement plans have the AARP name and cover more people nationwide than any other Medicare supplement insurance carrier. Call today and you'll receive a free information kit with a customized rate quote to help you choose the plan that's right for you. You'll learn about a choice of plans that help cover some of the 20% out-of-pocket costs that Medicare Part B doesn't cover, making it easier to budget your annual healthcare expenses.
Grandpa!
And you'll discover how convenient and easy it is to use your AARP Medicare supplement insurance. You just show your card. No hassles.
At this time of my life, Freedom is everything.
Medicare only pays for part of your health care coverage. You have to come up with the rest. And that's why Medicare supplement insurance is such a good idea. It's all about freedom of choice.
Back in the 60s, I went my own way. Why stop now?
So call today for a free information kit. When you call, you'll also receive this free educational guide to help you understand your Medicare coverage options. It's yours free, so call now and learn how AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance can help make your 60s a time of freedom again.
It's time to feel what it's like to race for a championship. Time to strap in, because it's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight to the finish. Feel the champion get back to making donuts, and a battle-scarred pro holding on to a slim points lead. Feel the threat of slipping too far in the standings and being so close to the top you can taste it. The chase continues at Kansas, Sunday at 1 Eastern on ABC.
Big game here in the semifinals. Sam Macarone and Mark Baker. Baker loves this house. He qualified number 2 last year, but lost in a tough decision to Amleto Monticelli.
And he looks uptight right now. See if he can loosen up and relax and let his talent come through. Oh, he moved it. He moved it an inch. I tell you what, if he threw one down the left channel, it'd hit it. He's got a million pins going at this 7-pin. A couple of them touch it and hit it and move it over to the left there. See it move over toward the corner of the pin deck.
Head pin, I think, got clipped by the 4 or something like that. The head pin was off the wall in a hurry.
He's got that first spare, which with Mark is always an adventure.
I think it's, in most cases, him bowling against himself rather than the opponent of the lanes. I think when he plays well within his own talents, he's very, very tough.
And he did that very well this week. You know,
Yeah,
we
did.
saw him shoot a couple 150 games, and he shook them right off, came back, bowled 240 right after that, and just never got angry and never beat himself this week.
No question. He's making the transition. When he does fully, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Now, I tell you, this man is wired right now. He is throwing every ball in the 1-3 pocket, and the confidence is building. Wants a re-rack on the left lane.
Sam Macarone averaging 220.5 after 2 victories thus far here this evening. He defeated Dave Arnold 214 to 185 and then knocked off Mark Williams in the last match 227 to 204.
He wants to get out to an early lead over Baker.
And that would be advisable.
Oh, just perfect. Baker knows that he's got a guy here that's just wired and is going to shoot at least probably 220 at him, and he's got to get something going.
Well, last week, Pete McCormick got started early and took it all the way to the title. What's
made-
Walter Ray going to be saying to himself, Macarone wins this game?
That's
oh, no,
right.
it couldn't happen 2 weeks in a row. Baker with his opening effort on the right-hand lane. Oh, he's going to shake him a little bit, and finally that 7-pin tops.
And Mark, who's made an effort this week to throw the ball straighter than he normally does. Normally he tucks his little finger under. This week he's untucked it and spread it out and is trying to stay behind and stay away from as much side roll as he had and get a little more forward roll. See that ring finger or little finger, pinky finger there spread out.
You know, almost looks like he's got that Brian Voss grip. Well, that one's going to go left to target all the way. How about a break? 10-pin will finally stand as the 6-pin is the last to fall.
Mark, who likes to attack the pins before they know what's coming at him, that time just rushed it too much. Switches balls to shoot the 10-pin. Has it.
Macarone operates on a double in the 3rd.
The way Sam's going right now, Mark Baker could find himself behind quite a bit very early in this game. Oh, he carries the light hit as Baker changes chairs. Out about that 8th board there. Watch it come in light and just saw the 5 into the 7 in a hurry. And his reaction, swings that hip at it a little bit and then says, all right.
A little hop, skip, and a jump. Macaron plus 20.
Make it 30 with one more.
Mm-hmm. So Macaron starts with the first 4 in the semifinal game, and the pressure is on Mark Baker at this stage to kind of fight back. We'll be right back right after this.
Hi, it's Fitz with Slap Chop. You're going to be in a great mood all day because you're going to be slapping your troubles away with the Slap Chop. Now look, here's a potato. 1 slap, you got big chunks for stews. 2 slaps, home fries in a second. You add a mushroom. The more you do it, the finer it gets. You don't have to switch any blades. You love salad. You hate making it. Take the stringy celery, take the carrots, salad. I love pizza too, but once in a while, get the veggies in. At least throw it on top of the pizza. This tuna looks boring. Stop having a boring tuna. Stop having a boring life. Here's a hard-boiled egg. 1 chop, you add the pickle, you add the green onion. And then what you can do, you can mix things together. You add the ham. You don't have time to make breakfast. You're going to have an exciting life now. Breakfast to go. You're going to love my nuts. Watch this. You can do everything in the cover. It's so easy. 1 finger. Kids can do it. They're going to charge you $1 for toppings at the ice cream stores. What about fruit? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful on your ice cream? It's so easy to clean. 1, 2. And pops open like that, like a butterfly to clean. Now, these other ones that you've seen in the store, you can't clean it. It doesn't open up. Bacteria gets in the food. You don't want bacteria in your food, right, guys? Forget about that. Take this Slap Chop onion with the skin. All right, this is making you cry, you're making me cry. Life's hard enough as it is. You don't want to cry anymore. The skin's at the bottom. Hey, look, so you want a little bit of onions? You don't want to drag out the food processor? The skin comes right off. We're going to make America skinny again. 1 slap at a time. When you buy the Slap Chop, we're going to give you the grady for cheese. White cheese, yellow cheese in the container. Comes with a twister. And watch this. Tacos, fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini. Comes with 2 blades. Just bang it. Fine and coarse. Parmesan. Comes with a cover. Stay sealed. Put it in the fridge. Take it out when you need it. The Slap Chop sells for $19.95. And we're going to give you the grady absolutely free. But if you call now, within the next 20 minutes, because you know we can't do this all day.
We'll double the offer. Just pay separate shipping and handling. So that's 2 sets for $19.95.
Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-838-4551. Call now and you'll get the grady absolutely free with the Slap Chop. When you call, ask about our foldable cutting board. That's 1-800-838-4551. 1-800-838-4551. Call now.
And from the broadcast vantage point, a good look at Mark Baker, 6'4", 220-pound tight end out of UCLA. No, that's not right. He could have been probably, huh?
But he was a good basketball player. Still is.
Terrific basketball player. Right now, trying to make a strike.
He's got some confidence on the right lane on 46 to get the ball in the 1-3 pocket. He looks like he's not sure of himself on lane 45. Where Sam Macaron says, hey, they're both the same to me. I love them both.
Well, in the practice session, when we asked him if there was much of a difference between 45 and 46, he said, I think 46 may hook a fraction more, but not much.
I find it ironic. Mark Baker was up near the top all the way through match play, and as we see this graphic, Sam Macaron was in 18th place starting the last 8 games and just barely made it to the 5th, and if he keeps it going, he could be bowling for his first title.
His highest PBA finish coming into this one, 4th a couple of times. So he will have surpassed that regardless of what happens in this match. But at the halfway point, it would appear as if he has the upper hand over Baker.
It's difficult to go out and bowl a guy that you know is just lined up to shoot a big game, and you're fishing.
Just ask Walter Ray. He went through that last
week. Yeah.
I wonder if that's going through his mind right now in the practice pit.
It certainly could be.
Yeah. Macaron, 32 years of age, thus far this year, has earned $28,849. And if he finishes up on top of the leaderboard when they're all done here tonight, he gets a check worth $20,000.
And a trip to the Firestone.
Yep. An exemption. Looking for 5 in a row. doesn't quite get the job done.
And a little chink in the armor, just not the good hand release. The ball was basically on line again. He just didn't get the thumb out as clean as he wanted. It's hard to see from this angle, and it's more a feel thing. But see, the thumb was just late coming out that time. The ball was right on line, but it's sliding here instead of turning over to left, going into the pocket. As he comes through, thumb is supposed to come out about here, and it just came out late. At the spare, made it. You didn't see it, but he covered it perfect at 258. Not an easy spare.
Well, we didn't want to jinx Sammy, but obviously if anybody shoots 300 on the PBA Summer Tour, the good folks at True Value Hardware will present him with a check worth $25,000. So it could have been a big night for him. Huh? Remember last year in the Buffalo tournament?
Mark Roth left the 10-pin.
Yep, $299. Right back at him. This time a little overreaction. Ball hooked a touch early and left the solid 4. So there is some life right now, though, for Mark Baker. He's got to feel like, geez, Macaron finally stopped. I got a chance.
Well, Macaron makes this. Mark is going to be down 29 pins. And if he could just get something going, put a little pressure on Sam, see what would happen. Sam just throwing the ball hard and straight at the 4-pin. Heard a little rumble there, but the pro bowlers don't care when they're shooting those spares. They can rumble all they want as long as it knocks it down. All right, his best shot. He's got to put it together right now, Dan. He has tremendous talent. If he keeps his feet slow, that's what he's striving for, because he's anxious. But look at that lift, and he thinks he's fudging it right now. I'd like to fudge it like that.
We've been kidding him all week long because we say, you know, you used to be a boom ball bowler and now you're a stroker. And he says, well, you got to do what you have to do to get the job done. I think his versatility improving. That's why he's having such a nice year. Stands up straight on this one. Nice shot and a big double.
And it's funny how momentum is right now. Momentum has definitely kind of switched to Mark Baker, and Sam has to grab it back and make good shots. And he did. There's nothing more demoralizing when you're bowling an opponent and you get the double and you put the pressure on him and he comes right back and says, I can do it too, buddy.
Got to believe this is the key shot, though, for Macaron. If he doubles right back, then...
Then he goes back up by 29, and Baker is forced to strike.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he can't walk down there and put it in the pocket any better than he did that.
Mark Baker's not looking out the window. He's gazing at the score.
And he knows the situation. He's down 29. He must strike right here. Can cut it to 19 with a strike right here. He has to have it. Has to hurry. And he got it off the wall. And he says, that's how those fudgers carry those hits.
That's right. It's the Weber wall shot.
Watch how fast the head pin comes off the wall here. Like a bullet, that head pin will go to the wall and come back and get the 4-5-7. That cuts it to 19. One more cuts it to 9, and this is his difficult lane. He has chosen to finish on lane 46. The key shot of the week right now for Mark Baker. Just couldn't stay slow going through it. It's just in a hurry at the foul line. It's tough to do when that pressure's on.
The opportunity now for Macaron, if he can take advantage of it.
Good try.
To move on to the title match. Nice try by Baker. Boy. Nice comeback performance for him. Behind the entire match, Macaron starting with the first 4. Mark had the turkey in the 6th, 7th, and 8th and couldn't make the key shot in the 9th.
That was on his difficult lane.
Yeah, you're right.
High. He breaks the split up. Same place that Baker hit, but he breaks it up.
That looked like a very tentative shot there.
It was a defensive shot all the way. It just, I don't know why at this point he's got the game virtually locked up, but he got defensive and threw it right to the heart and just broke the 7-pin out of there.
A lot of times they say the toughest game to win when you haven't won on the PBA Tour is the semifinal game just to get to the championship match.
Well, right now he's up 34 pins. If he doesn't throw another ball, he's going to have 204. The best Baker can get if he strikes out is 210. So he's just got to stay behind the foul line again and keep the ball on the lane, and he's a winner to go on to bowl for his first title.
That's a great way to get into the championship match, too. Saves on the nerves a little bit.
Amazing. He goes through the nose in Brooklyn. All of a sudden, he was just dead wired, and now he's lost the pocket.
It's amazing because Sam Macarone is being touted as the new Pete McCordick, a player who has gone the longest time without winning a title. McCordick won last week. Will Macarone shed the McCordick image the week after?
Well, he's shooting 240 this game, and if he keeps throwing them all in the pocket like that last one, like the 11th one, Walter Ray's going to have his hands full.
We'll have to put Kevin Shippey, the PBA's publicity director, to work here and find out who's behind Macarone in the McCordick department, huh? Well, 2 strikes and 9 for Macarone, who shoots a beautiful 243 game, and so he's going to move on to the top seed, Walter Ray Williams Jr. Meanwhile, Mark Baker explodes the pocket on the right-hand lane and waves goodbye. $7,000 for the effort this week, and that puts Mark now over $61,000 for the year. But obviously disappointed.
Well, the competitor he is, he's thinking first. That's all he was thinking. He wasn't thinking third. He's thinking first.
The thing that's amazing is look how slow he goes to the line here, these last 2 shots. There you see the Baker contingent. Dad on the far right and his stepmother, and then his lovely girlfriend. And not much fun to come down and watch him lose.
Well,
but
losing
hey,
is never fun.
No, but you get there. That's the important thing. Well, the crossover hit means nothing at this stage. So the final score, Macarone 243, Baker 209. And there you see the look on Sam Macarone's face. He knows that in a couple of minutes he's going to be bowling for his first ever career PBA championship, and he can taste the win. Now he's just got to beat Walter Ray. We'll be right back.
What's up, man? Keys. Keys. Stacy. Keys. Billy.
Hi, boy.
Sarah. Hermes. What's up, little buddy? Wingtip sandals. Let's go. Nobody flying tonight. Hold it there, big guy. Yeah, the warp drive. Hand it over.
Your culture is primitive, yet so funky.
There are captains in every crew. Calling all captains. Drink responsibly.
At the world's largest poker site, you can play a tournament against just one opponent or against thousands. You can play for free in thousands of tournaments every day. So whatever your level, at PokerStars.net, there's a tournament that's perfect for you. Learn tournament poker for free at the world's largest poker site, PokerStars.net.
I was so slow
typing
on my keyboard.
Now you never need to struggle on a keyboard again. Dragon Naturally Speaking lets you use your voice to control your computer and type. Watch how it works.
I talk and the words appear on the screen. How simple is that?
Open Microsoft Word. Quarterly sales report. Make bold.
Dragon Naturally Speaking is #1 in the world because of how easy it is to use.
Open Facebook. We had such a great time at the park today.
Open Document.
Send instant message.
Search Google.
Even with my arthritis, I can use my computer to type as fast as I talk.
Order Dragon right now for just $99.99. But wait, order in the next 10 minutes and we'll cut the price in half. That's right, you can control your computer with your voice for just $49.99. Call the number on your screen or visit getdragon.com. You'll receive Dragon Naturally Speaking for just $49.99. It's guaranteed to transform how you use your computer forever.
Macaron, and Macaron, huh?
Well, last week we had McCordick. And
the M&M boys.
We're trying for a repeat with Macaron here. We'll see what he does against Walter Ray.
214, 227, 243, and off the hand of Chuck Pierce, our crack statistician. We're at this point alerted to the fact that Sam Macaron is averaging better than 228. And if he shoots 228 this game, do you think he could win the $20,000 first place check?
228, yeah, we put him right in contention. I think it'd be, I'd take it right now in that bowl, put it that way.
Walter Ray mopping the brow. Macaron and he are ready for action here in the final of the $130,000 Kessler Classic. Macaron starts on the left-hand lane. He has 7 strikes in the first game, 7 in the second, and he upped it a little bit in the semifinal, had 8 against Baker.
This is the first time, though, he's bowled for a title. And let's just see how he reacts. Well, you can't react any better than that, can you?
Well, he's in a rut, the same as McCordick was last week.
Well, McCordick was just blistering that right lane last week, and Macaron is blistering both lanes.
Never ceases to amaze me how the players who qualify in that 4 and 5 slot can win that first game, get a little confidence, get lined up, and just mow down the field.
And in our summer ESPN telecast, the leader is 0 for the summer so far.
Walter Ray dips a little bit, leaves the solid 4, and watching him early in match play this week, Mike, after losing last week to McCordick, and he shot only 180 in the championship game, he was so intense. I think he really wanted to lead this tournament and win just to prove to himself, hey, you know, I can do this.
There's no doubt that he can do it. It's just whether he can do it from the top spot.
You know, I know that you, as you looked at the biographical information this week, were just amazed with a statistic that Walter Ray, 7 times in his career, has made back-to-back telecasts.
It's just unbelievable. I bowled out there 20 years and never made back-to-back telecasts. I made 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5, but never back-to-back like he's done 7 times.
And twice he's made 3 in a row. Good shot on the left-hand lane on 45, and so Walter Ray with an X in the second.
And Walter Ray going very straight, similar to the way Macaron is playing. They're both going very straight, right around the 8th, 9th, 10th board. Sam, though, if he wants to win, which I know he does, needs to get out ahead early. Will it carry? Yes, perfect. A little more control right now. He's trying to control his emotions and save the big emotion for when it really counts later on. But watch this stroke here. Clean release that we're talking about, right over that 9th board again. And there's the reaction. When he makes the good shot, the ball winds up in the 1-3 pocket, and he's just, oh, thank you.
He's in heaven right there, I think.
Yeah, but he's got to, that's only 1. He's got to keep throwing more. Just a little help. He just went around that ball a little bit, swung at that board, and didn't have the fingers of the Revs to get that 10 out. He knows it. That's what he's saying. But he's saying, hey, make that spare. No mistakes. Keep myself under control.
He also knows this is going to have to go all the way to the wire, too, because you don't beat a player of Walter Ray's ability with a double in the first and the second. Long game yet.
Long game.
Now the question is, after stumbling last week from the top seed position, can he bounce back now and throw the big double to kind of gain control here?
I think he will.
I do too.
I think Walter's going to double right here.
I watched him strike out several times this week to win matches. Had the best match play record, 18 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie.
Right in there. We've watched the man bowl before.
Oh, no question.
Walter Ray, one of the most unusual arm swings on the tour. Watch this, Dan. It starts off, goes out at the top. Now watch it bounce to the left. Now watch it go straight through here. And watch the left arm now come behind his back as the follow through. Look at that.
Well, he really ripped that one. Hit it too hard. And he gets the break of the tournament as the 7-pin falls. And right now he's thanking his lucky stars.
But you see what, again, the trap he fell into last week, as we see his family looking on there. The trap he fell into last week was that he started throwing harder and harder, trying to force it in there, and that's what he did then, and the thumb just didn't get out of that ball clean. Changed his balls to shoot the 610.
Looked like he really tried to juice that shot. Terrific spare shooter.
Yep. Oh, Deadeye.
Yeah, he didn't get that nickname by missing. All right. Into the fourth frame now with Sam Macarone.
Oh, just a little weak, and we've got an even match if he makes the spare.
Well, that 7-pin gave a little wiggle, but didn't quite
Sam
go.
knew it. Again, those pins are telling Sam how he's throwing the ball every time. He just didn't get the lift that he wanted. Sam, like so many pros on the tour, when he shoots his spares, throws hard and straight at him.
So the pride of Glassboro, New Jersey, now even Steven with the 1986 PBA Player of the Year, and a player that certainly has to be ranked in the top 2 or 3 at this stage, don't you think?
I definitely think so. 7 championship rounds that he's made this year, more than any other player on the PBA Tour. Still looking for the first title, though, in 1988. Sam, on the other hand, looking for the first title for the career.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Perfect. Oh, did you see that pin bounce back up? Almost stood up there for a second.
7-pin was the last to leave, but he got ambushed.
Let's see if we can see what pin that was that bounced back up. It might have been the head pin. It was the head pin. Bounced up there.
It's right here. It's easy. It's the money you could be saving with Geico.
Monday means a duel in the dome.
Favre is back, and he's up against the pack. Fresh from another legendary victory. Now, Brett's determined to take down his old team, Green Bay. Or will Aaron Rodgers steal the spotlight and establish a new era? Rivals clash in an epic Monday night battle.
ESPN Monday Night Football, Packers-Vikings at 8:30.
More good news as a result of the government bailout plan. Interest rates continue to drop to their lowest levels in years. This is great news for homeowners and future home buyers.
The government's massive bailout plan provides the most significant boost to help homeowners since the Great Depression.
Lend America, one of the nation's leading FHA lenders, announces a bombshell, multi-million-dollar commitment for homeowners to refinance.
Lend America is making home loans available immediately to refinance up to 97.75% of a home's value. Borrowers are not subject to a minimum credit score to qualify, and homeowners are urged to call the hotline on the screen to reserve their share of Lend America's multi-million-dollar offer.
Apply right over the phone to reduce monthly payments, pay off adjustable rate loans, consolidate debt into one low monthly payment, or take cash out for any reason. Call Lend America right now. Hundreds of mortgage specialists are standing by.
Something disturbed him. I don't know what it was. Is probably we have a shield down there with camera people behind the shield, and usually they're pretty big holes, and he could probably see somebody move.
think he sees the reflection on the lane there. You see the shot of the still photographers peeking out. They're about 45 feet down on the adjacent lane. He's going to regroup and get up and try it again.
It's hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
You see the speed, though? The speed goes up, and the revs or the rolling of the ball goes down. And it just doesn't hit the pins quite as forcefully, and the weak 10 is the result.
So basically, he's fighting the same thing that Mark Baker was. Nerves, the ability, that energy. You want to get up there a little faster, throw it a little harder.
The difference, though, Mark Baker knows he's got to throw the ball away from the pocket. Walter Ray doesn't, and his natural instincts now are to force it and make it hold with speed, and to throw it straighter and straighter and straighter. And I know that feeling. I went through that a few times.
Record 19 and 10 in the championship round with an average of 223.4 throughout his career.
Better shot, more relaxed, heavier fingers, knocked that 10 right out of there. He just stroked this ball a lot better. The swing goes out, back in, thumb out, fingers lifted. Now watch the 6-pin, second from the right, snap off that wall and get the 10. And he knows it. See, you can feel that in your hand as you let the ball go. Right there. Oh, pretty.
So Macaron now leads by 11 as he works on the double.
Yeah, but this match is a long way from being over. Walter Ray is going to be there yet. And Sam is saying something. I don't know whether he asked for a re-rack or what.
Walter Ray now still chatting with National Tournament Director Harry Golden about some kind of a reflection or distraction.
Right there. Oh, and he knocked that 10 out of there. Pretty shot. Macaron's bowling the best that I have ever seen him in the 8 or 9 years that he's been on the tour. Now watch the 6-pin here. Watch the 6-pin, second from the right, and come back and knock that 10 out of there. Just a tender touch.
Macaron is down on both knees, and he's begging and pleading and knows that he's applying the vice grips now. Walter Ray looks for the double, gives it a little more room, likes the reaction, a little wall shot, and he trickles out the 7.
But he didn't try and force it. As his brother and father look on, he stroked that shot and let the ball knock out the pins. He gave it a little bit of room, but watch it. High percentage hit right here. Hit light, hit him thin, and watch him spin. You know, it's been working for 25 years or longer. Cut it back to 1 here. Just a freckle tight, and he knew it as soon as he let it go. 4-pin, and Macaron is thinking, one more. 12 pins if he makes this spare 10.
What that last graphic didn't reflect was the fact that Walter Ray is 0 for 4 from the top seed position.
Right.
Seems like he's one of those players that once he wins a game and climbs that ladder is really tough to beat.
There seems to be a lot of players like that.
Yeah,
You get that momentum going.
You're right. I don't think most people realize how tough it is to bowl one game for the title against a guy who's already lined up.
Oh, boy, Macaron up by 22. Is in the 230 bracket right now. The best that Walter Ray can get is 236 if he strikes out. If Sam strikes here, his fate is definitely in his own hands. Nothing Walter Ray can do can beat Macaron if Macaron marks in the 10th.
Sam Macaron has bowled 201 PBA tournaments without a victory.
He knows it too, probably. The 10-pin. Very professional shot. Got it in the pocket. Had every chance to strike. Just not quite the roll that we've been talking about all night long to knock out that 10. But he still needs to just make this spare. We got a great finish coming here. Right now, Sam Macarone is going at a 237 pace. Walter Ray can strike out for 236. Anything could happen.
And don't forget, Kerry the 10-pin Ross and John Strike Saunders are standing by in Bristol for the update on Sports Center. All the Major League Baseball action, recap of that Class AAA game. That's got to fall back a little bit. 4-pin stands, and Walter Ray, I don't think, was too happy with that shot.
He was hoping to get the break, get the 2-pin to trip out that 4, and it just didn't happen. If he makes this spare, he needs to double in the 10th to make Macarone mark.
Boy, how frustrating he must feel right now to lead back-to-back PBA events. Last guy to do that was Mike Albee back in '85, and Albee won 1 out of the 2. Walter Ray's in position to lose both.
I remember Marshall Holman back in '81 led Sarasota and then came back and led Austin and lost them both.
Mm-hmm. Boy, that is so hard on you mentally. Whew. It's not over yet, though. Dishes out a good shot on lane 45 for the opening strike in the 10th. He could shoot 225. Normally that would be good enough, but it may not be tonight.
And the mental gymnastics going on right now as Walter Ray just drills this shot on the left lane. As Walter Ray knows if he strikes out, he makes Macarone mark. And I've seen it happen before. Macarone's sitting on the bench thinking he's going to strike out. I've got to gear myself, then I'm going to need that mark.
Got to have this one.
And that's the trip he was looking for in both the 8th and 9th frames. That keeps him alive. A little bit left. Watch the 2-pin, 3rd from the left, gets both the 4 and the 7. Denny, remember we talked at the top of the game, we said would 228 win? That's what Sam was averaging. Well, Walter Ray's going to finish with 225 with a strike here and force Macarone to mark. He did it. He's got to have that mark.
Well, that shows you some grit right there to strike out and force the mark. An excellent shot on the left-hand lane, and look at the head pin go high up off the sideboard and kicks out the 7, but now it's all on the shoulders of Sam Macarone.
The biggest shot of his career right here. That's it. He did it.
And there you see the jubilant Sam Macarone, who realizes that he's on to the Firestone Tournament of Champions. He's now an exempt player, and he joins a very select group of professionals as a winner on the PBA Tour.
And it's what you strive for whenever you come out here, is to win a PBA event, and he's done it.
And he's beaten right now the best player in the world probably at this stage, Walter Ray Williams Jr. Doesn't make any difference what he throws from here. And there you see the handshake between the two, and Macarone out of Glassboro, New Jersey. Well, he's going to have to change his plans here in the very near future. Just lets it go at the 245, and the final score 237, 225, and the high fives now being dished out for Macarone as he's a winner here in the $130,000 Kessler Classic in Riverside, California.
Sam throwing the most important shot of his career, trusted it, Denny. He didn't yank on it left. He gave it room. He let it roll. He came in light in the high percentage hit. And there's the strike that he'll always remember.
Yeah, and he took a look at it on the replay, and he's begging for the strike. Please, one time. And guess what? Macarone's a winner. Well, you know, that's that trip now to the Firestone Tournament of Champions for you, and that certainly has to be a highlight.
Yeah, it's a goal that you always dream of, that someday you'll get to bowl the Firestone. And recently when Pete McCordick won, I was told that I was now the highest money earner without a title, but not anymore.
Michael, a question?
Sammy, just one quick question. You needed that strike to win. What was going through your mind at that time?
I just wanted to go up there and just make another good shot like I had the whole day, and I just felt really confident that I was going to go up there and hit the pocket, and if it struck, it struck, but I just wanted to execute as well as I could.
Well, you did.
So a brand new champion, Sam Macarone, here in the Kessler Classic in Riverside, California. So long, everybody. We'll see you next week.